I am so excited about today's video because not only am I going to be sharing with you my favorite release so far this year, we're also going to be setting up a travel planner, y'all. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. My name is Tracy and I'm a girl with plans. So yes, this is the Live, Love, Posh travel collection. This released on the 27th. So as far as I know, as of the filming of this video, both items are still available. So I would say snag them while you can because a lot of things have been selling out pretty quick. They usually do restock, but you just don't know how long you're going to have to wait. And summer is a travel season. So we know we need our travel planner as well as probably some stickers too, right? So quick, like 411, the Travel Chic sticker book. This is, you know, your typical Live, Love, Posh perfection when it comes to stickers. You have your mix of florals and decor and a little bit of function too. I'll go through this a little bit slower, but you can pick this up for $22, but my discount code will save you 10%, making it $19.80. The discount code is AGWP10. Then you have this travel planner. Oh my gosh, so excited about this. So this is, I believe it's like 70 sheets or something like that. I'll pop it up on the screen. It doesn't say it on here, but not only are there travel inserts, there are some like trackers in here. You know your girl loves to track some things. So yeah, you can pick this up. This is $35. This is classic size disc punch. But again, you can use my discount code on this too, which will save you 10%. So because I'm going to be setting up a travel planner, we're going to get to this in a minute. And I will just say I took all the plastic off just because of the glares and stuff like that. Yeah, you can see my cute little travel theme I got going on here. I got my little scrapbook paper, got my little travel bracelet every time I travel to like a foreign country and I go and I grab like a charm, usually a Pandora charm, sometimes a knockoff. But yeah, I figured let's just get all travel-y. So you get your like little journaling card usually with all of your orders. I save these. Sometimes I put them in the pockets. If I have like a fancy divider on that has pockets, I'll put this in the pocket to give it some color, but you can also tape it down and use it as a tip-in. Plus, you got a die cut. There we go. So the die cut matches this. So yeah, I save all of mine. But like I said, we're going to go through the sticker book first. I'm going to kind of go through this fairly fast because it's already been released and probably you might have already seen it. But basically, I'm going to keep a lot of my commentary to a minimum, if at all. And I'll just tell you whether or not they're paper, whether or not they're clear. If there's things that are hard to read, then I'll let you know that. I do not read all the quotes or anything like that. So if you want to like zoom in on it and pause it, you can see that if you're really curious about the quotes. I just kind of want this video to kind of go by not as slow as it would if I read everything. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and do a flip through now. All right. So this is paper. This is something that I've seen in a few of their sticker books now. It's kind of these like little headers, like paint looking swatch headers. So it is paper. You can see you have your travel quotes and stuff on here. So you get 2 sheets. This is also paper. This is clear. You got your cruise theme. I do go on some cruises, y'all. And this is the second page of that set, also on clear. And look, this is like a duplicate, like, well, not a duplicate, but you get 2 vertical boxes to kind of make one big picture. And this is paper. This is like watercolor. This is your duplicate. And this is your second page of the set, still on paper. This is clear. Look at the map here. So pretty. And this is your second set. You have a smaller version of the map and then your stamps. This is still on clear. You may be able to tell that, but just in case, that's what I'm telling you. This is paper. This is washi strip here. How cool is that? That's like a little cute little strip. And then this is the duplicate. I mean, this is the second page of that set. You have the little road trip here, the license plate. And then you have your florals. These look familiar. So you get just one page of the florals. You get like one set, but they're not duplicates. And then you have alphas, and these are on clear. So it looks like you have a decent amount. So you get like 5 A's, 6 B's. So you get a lot of alphas here. So you get 2 pages of alphas. And then now you have some like functional words. These kind of go for things that you would like put on a list, like a packing list type thing, like loungewear, outerwear, wallet, stuff like that. But then you have some other things that says like excursions, beach, mountains, outdoors. So just some various ones. So you get one page that's like this. And then this page is more when you're planning, like, and trying to write down all the important stuff. So like reservation, confirmation, flight number, check-in, check-out, room number, stuff like that. This is also paper. So this is more fancy lettuce. And you get your bullet points. So this is like your outfits for day 1 through 7, reservations, hotel, things to buy. So you did get 2 pages of those. And then here are some clear quotes. I'll just pause it here for a moment. Okay, these are different quotes, so I'll still pause it here for a moment. You can pause it if you actually want to read them all. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure. Okay, these are all different quotes, y'all. These are a lot of quotes. A lot of times you'll have duplicate quotes. These are still all on clear. But these are all the same quotes. Yeah, so you get 4 pages of unique quotes. That's awesome. All right, and that is your sticker book. Like I said, this is $22. So yeah, definitely pick yours up because their sticker books have been going pretty darn fast. And like I said, my discount code will work on that to save you 10%. Now we're gonna talk about the travel planner. So really quick, it includes 5 sheets of stickers. Can I tell you, this is what sold me on this. I'm gonna pull these out first because these are not going in my travel planner. All right, so we're gonna talk about these first. So these are just amazing. Okay, can we just talk about this? So like I have a map that you scratch off when you go to places. I absolutely love it. And I've been having one of these in my travel bucket list. Let me show you that real quick. All right. So when I did this, I put this map on here because I didn't know anything about we were getting this. But I think I'm going to go ahead, take this off with some undo and put this on here because we have these adorable little stickers here. I say they're adorable because they're floral. These match the florals that were in that sticker book. See? Same florals. So these will match the states perfectly. So, for example, I live in Virginia. So I've been to Virginia. So I'm just going to put this here. That was not perfect. That's what's gonna be bad. Let me get my tweezers out. Hold up. Look, y'all, it came off fine. If you have tweezers, maybe try it with tweezers. It's the weird shape of the states. Okay, that's good. Pretty much all of this is going to be done, some of this. So yeah, I want it like this. I like it. I think it's really, really cool. So yeah, this is going in my travel bucket list. And then you also have this over here. So you can, I don't know what you can do here. Maybe you could do something fun here. I don't know. But there we go, all 50 states. So this is super duper cool. I love things like this. Then we're going to be even cooler. Wandering the states, one state at a time. So I am going to use this to put around it. I will do this some other time. But I plan on putting this around the states. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this out, put this here, right? And then I'm going to use this to put around it so you can see it. So that way you can actually see the state names, you know, why not? Because what I did for international is I did the maps, the flags. So this is what I'm going to do for that. So yeah, these are not going in my planner. But how cool are these, y'all? They're so cool. Then we have, so that's wandering the states, one memory at a time. So you have front and back there. I'm assuming there's 50. I don't think I need to count them. And then we have exploring America, one park at a time. I also have a national parks page saved, so I'm also going to be using this. I'm not going to be using this. I might keep this in the planner to use. Like I might keep this in the planner to use. It's just the stickers are going elsewhere because I like the stickers. But look, they have like the national parks on here. So you get 2 pages of stickers plus some floral accents. How cool is that, y'all? I'm like super excited about that. Sorry that took a long time, but I just kind of wanted to show you that even if you have a bullet journal, you can use some of these things elsewhere and not like with the, like in a discount system. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it up and put it elsewhere. But let's talk about this. So we have trip preparation guide. So it just kind of tells you kind of things to think about, you know, because sometimes, especially if you're like on a trip that's like last minute, you kind of forget certain things. So it just tells you kind of a checklist of things to make sure you've done. And then we have some more trip prep. So these are just checklist pages. You can see I have a big long checklist and then they're divided into 3. So front and back. While I'm doing this, I'm going to be separating the sections. All right. So you get a decent amount of those. We're not going to count them. It looks like 10, 12, somewhere around there. Okay, and then trip overview. Okay, so, hold up. Oh, hold up. Okay. So it's trip overview on this side and then trip planning on this side. So it is 2 pages. So like, it'd be kind of cool like this. So you can kind of see, I'm not going to go through everything, but this is just all the important details, like the times, the confirmation numbers, things that you like need as a snapshot right here. And then trip planning, this is like once you like have all of this set, now you start thinking about where do you want to eat in that location? Where do you want to visit? Is there any local events going on that you might want to check out while you're there? So super, super cool. This is like probably a section that you might even want to add like a piece of dot grid paper to carry things over or something like that. Okay, so that's going to be my section 2. And then we have some more detailed trip planning. And then you get all of these pages. These are the same front and back, and it looks like it's day-by-day trip planning. So y'all know when I use my vertical planner for planning out outfits, how I use it for like morning, or I do like daytime and nighttime. This is how this is: morning, afternoon, and evening, and then a place for notes. So like I said, the same front and back. So this is plenty of days there. And then we have our like, you know, not so fun budgeting section. It's great to have, but you know, we hate to think about budgeting, right? I do. Maybe it's just me. So we get a decent amount, probably 1, 2, I can count these, 3, 5. So we get 5. I'm assuming we get 5 of these too. So this is estimated trip budgets and then actual trip expenses. So you have your budget and then you have your expenses. So pretty much the same types of things. It's just trying to see how close you were, if you were over or under. And then you have these like fun little trip savings. So this one you have your trip savings. It looks like this one might be a little bit more than 5 sheets. 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's just thick paper. This is like the Live, Love, Posh high quality paper. So, yeah. Does it say what the GSM is? It is 73 sheets, so I was right there. It doesn't say the GSM, but I would say this is probably 80 to 90 pounds. Maybe somewhere around there. I don't know. But you have the trip savings tracker, and then you have a vision board or just dot grid. You can use it for whatever you want. Pretty much all this stuff you can use for whatever you want. And then we get to our packing. Okay, all of this is going to be related to packing in some way, shape, or form. So we have a packing guide. These things are always helpful. So this just kind of tells you how to use everything. But then back here, it kind of gives you ideas of things that you don't want to forget. Umbrella, sunglasses, you know, those things that you always forget because you don't need them at the moment. So you get 2 of this, and this is like on heavier cardstock. So all of the guides, there was this guide and then the very beginning guide, they're on heavier cardstock. Oh, look, there's actually there's 3 pages. So like this is an intro, but then you have 1, 2, 3 pages, four pages of things that you might want to take with you somewhere. And then you have this. So what I would use this for is the stuff that's specific to me, that I need to take with me on every trip. So you have this, but then there's some other things that I know I need to take with me on every trip, like certain type of medication or things like that. And then you have your packing list. So here we go with the packing list. So you have a checkbox here and you have a quantity there. Same on front and back. You can see what's next. So we get a decent amount of these. Don't you love how I count a decent amount? All right. And then we have outfit planning. You get a lot of these. Oh, you get dog grid paper too. Okay. So you get outfit planning and photos. There we go. So if you want to put the outfit on, try it on, and then put it here, that could work. Or even when you get back, you can put a photo of you wearing it, because this could help. Sometimes I do refer to old packing list when I go to pack for another trip. Like I don't want to toss it because it makes my life so much easier when I can refer to something that I've already done in the past, especially if it was a successful packing trip. So you could always do that. It's kind of cool, right? And then you have some dot grid paper. It has like a little header at the top, so you can put some stuff there. And there we go. So that is the planner. All right. So I want to make a planner because, you know, I do. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do. Option 1 is the My Story Happy Planner cover. This came in that travel box. And then I had these Disney discs that I think look really, really cool with it. So that's option 1 for my cover. Option 2 are these. These are Live, Love, Posh covers. I forgot to look to see if they were still available. These are thick covers. These are really thick. These are thicker than these. So these are heavy duty covers. These are also nice. Well, for me, because they don't glare when I'm trying to film. But I figured I could do this, but you know, I don't want like just this with something behind it. So I do have some scrapbook paper that I was kind of leaning toward possibly. I was kind of leaning toward this. Don't worry, I'm going to speed this up, y'all. I will speed this up. But we're just talking through it because I'm like saying, like, if you want to create your own, you can just use some old planner covers that you have. Remember, Live, Love, Posh has these clear ones. They also have like material ones. You have some that are like the flimsy and then some that are the luxe. I call them flimsy. I don't know where they are. I have a whole bunch. But yeah, so you can always purchase something like that. Or like I just said, something that you have. I purchased a lot of Happy Planner notebooks just for the covers. But see, I'm kind of feeling this. Like I like this, and I feel like these two look really good together for like one to be the front and one to be the back. I really like this. But I feel like... All right, let me put the disc on because I feel like that might help guide me. Okay, everything's on. So let me see something real quick. I have green discs, but they're the large ones. I just really like this. I'm gonna do this one. I have another one of these that I could do for the back, but we're gonna hold off for now. Maybe I won't do the back on camera, we'll see. So I need to do a little larger than 7 by 9 1/4 for the classic. I like to be a little bit larger than the paper. I like this side a little bit better. So yeah, this is an easy way to make your cover. That's why I do like the clear covers, because you just buy scrapbook paper, which I have a lot of scrapbook paper, and you just make your own cover. Like I said, you can always use old Happy Planner ones and stuff as well. All right, I'm trying to because I want a little bit bigger, I'm trying my best to kind of center this. I think I did an okay job. All right, let's pop this one on the disc. Okay. See, look at that. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So from there, I do have some dividers. I had this fun divider, but I couldn't find the rest. It came in a notebook I have that has wandering on it. I have this one. I figured I would never actually put an actual photo there, so I might do something to decorate this at some point. But I'm thinking we'll just use these for now. Okay. Are you ready to go over how I chose to set up my planner? This could just give you some ideas in case you bought one. So, again, my DIY cover with the Live Love Posh plastic and then my scrapbook paper. I love that. So, I have dividers, but I put this one here. This is just a clear side tab from Live Love Posh. What my plans are. So, when I decide to actually start planning a trip, which I hope to start planning one soon for next year, I would love to go to Morocco. I would love to go to Greece. So let's just say Greece. I would do a cute little Grecian inspired decorative page here that says Greece. Because why not, right? And then we're going to go to my trip prep. And then the estimated trip budget, because I feel like that's what would go next, right? This won't get filled out until we come back. But yeah, but then the trip savings goes kind of you set your budget and then you got to start saving for it. And then we have our trip overview. This is once the planning is starting to be done. And then we have the actual trip planning per day. And then we have the outfit planning. And then the way I do it, so I have 2 sheets for that. So I have 2 weeks worth of that. And then we have the packing list. So the packing list is based on that, right? And then we come to my first tab divider, and this is where the guide is. So if I want guide on how to use all of these initial trip prep sheets, this will tell me how. Plus it gives me some kind of, FAQs or hints or tips. And then I've already kind of set these up minus the packing pages for the next trip. So I've already divided all of these out. Okay, that doesn't go there. So I've already started dividing all of these out. So you'll have enough for one trip, and then you can go to the next trip, and then the next trip and next trip. And then this goes here. We have some extra trip prep pages. So we had more of those than we had all the other ones. So we basically, I think, had 5 sets, enough to make 5 sets of the other trip planning pages. But we have more of these trip preps, so you can do 2 trip preps per trip, I guess. I just want to have them behind this divider. And then this next section is the packing list section. So I have the guide, and then I have packing list and outfit planning. Probably needs to do that, but it's fine because I'm going to be pulling from it to move it up front when I do a trip. And then I have the blank pages at the back. So that's all I have right now. So yeah, there we go. I could do a fun cover page right now, but I feel like, we've been here long enough. This has been a long plan with me, but I wanted to kind of show you what I was thinking about as far as setting this up. Plus, like I said, I already have some of the inserts from the Happy Planner Be Happy box, the travel one. So I could also use some of those to put in here for any kind of memory keeping or anything like this. But I think for the most part, this is strictly going to be a trip planner or vacation planner. So I'm super excited about it. I hope this maybe gave you guys some ideas if you've already purchased it. If you haven't, don't forget to use my discount code AGWP10 to save yourself 10%. My affiliate link is down in the description box. So I would really appreciate it if you would consider shopping through that link as well. I do earn a tiny commission and it is very much appreciated. All right, guys, that is all I have for now. Finally, right? It's been a chatty one. I do hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I hope it gave you some ideas. And if you enjoyed this video, please press that like button. And if you've yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. That's all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.